Episode 8. More questions, more dreams. Hello, I'm Angelina Young, and this is Journey Through the Dreamscape. This is a place where we will dive into imagination, intuition, and dreams. My vision for this podcast is to occasionally bring some of you wonderful people on who would love to share your dreams with me and the listeners. I hope to help you develop the skills to decipher your dreams and apply them to waking life. In episodes where I don't bring a guest on, I will talk about different things I've learned through the week, ranging from consciousness, intuition, and the history of dreams. My goal is to raise awareness on the importance of dreams and help you build an understanding of yourself and the world around you. So if you're interested and curious about my thoughts, experiences, and other people's experiences, this is the place for that. I'm excited to see where this will lead all of us, and I hope you'll join me for the ride. And here we are once again for episode 8. How exciting! There is literally 8 episodes. 8 episodes. This is the 8th episode. That is insane. And there's going to be so much more. So I cannot wait. And I have so much to update you on. I have had my hands tied. And it's for good reasons. Because like I said before, I am preparing to vend this entire month. And I'm so excited with the stuff that I've made. I've made new dream journals, which will be on the website as soon as I can take photos of them and get them up there. And bookmarks and yeah, just everything you'd want to record your dreams and have a dreamy life. Also, the website had an entire makeover. If you have not checked out the website yet, check it out. If you have, there's tons of new stuff. I have little quotes there. I have new photos. Oh yes, I bet you have seen the new photo shoot that I did here in my little apartment, because the profile picture for this entire podcast has changed. And I love the look. I love the vibe. It's the vibe that we're going for. So I am so excited for that because it has made me even more excited to do this with you guys. And yeah, the dreams are expanding, guys. I just have so many ideas and I cannot wait to make them a reality. The goal right now, I hope that this podcast will be able to expand so I can hear dreams from people around the world. Do you know how insane that would be? Maybe even go see like stuff that they do, or like ways that they interpret their dreams, or just traditions, and a lot about intuition and spirituality. That is so exciting, and that is the goal right now. I want to hear it and see it and feel it. So yes, if you guys are excited for that, please continue to support me. Continue to listen to this podcast. Share it around. Follow it. Post it. Yeah, I will be doing so much for this, and it's all going to be coming out soon, so that's very exciting. Stay tuned for that. But let's see. The poem for this week, of course, right? Here we go. All right, this week's poem is one that I posted a while ago. But it is a good one. And it is called Little Blue Bonnet. Pocket oyster, whispering into cupped hands, how you glisten, knowing. Black tourmaline, bringing chance along with the tide. Pressed to my ear, I hear matter. Indeed, I hear life. Embedded in these stones are answers. Though the day may make it difficult to see, the stars remain out there. Gravity is more than grounding. Unclog your drain of deprivation, of uncertainty. Take in what is new. What a particular feeling. Remind yourself of magnets. They go to what they like. The pull is automatic. Speaking is absent, yet all the messages flood in. How strange for silence to feel like Cryptic conversation. I may not always be here, but I won't forget the vision this time. Thank you. That was Little Blue Bonnet. And believe it or not, that was based on a dream I had. But I can't tell you that one right now. So, let's see. Today, we have another guest. Yes, we do. And our guest is named Kodi. And Kodi takes us on an adventure through their mind. We get to hear about how they see the world a little bit. And guess what? I'm excited to go through this again with you guys. So stay tuned for after the break where we dive right into that. All right, guys, here we are with my friend Kodi, who is an actor. And Kodi,
Yes.
how do you dream?
I dream weird. Definitely better than I used to, though. I'll tell you, when I was a child, no joke, I would have nightmares every night. I think it was the crippling anxiety when I was little. But now that we're doing better and on some lovely meds, I don't have nightmares every night. So that's nice.
Do you dream often, every night?
Yeah, I like to think that I do. It's very rare that I wake up and I haven't had a dream, or I could possibly not remember it, but if you give me a minute, I can remember like just a little piece of it and be like, oh yeah, I did dream.
Do you try to write it down or interpret them, or is it just...
I was gonna start to, but then I didn't, but I should have. But I do look up some of the ones I remember because I have like reoccurring ones all the time. My nightmares are always very similar. I oddly always have either zombie nightmares or Godzilla nightmares. I don't know why Godzilla. I literally have seen the movie like once, but Godzilla seems to always be there.
I love that. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what happens? Is it like the movies? Is it just Godzilla's randomly just in your dreams?
Yeah, he's just like chilling sometimes. And then for the ones that I remember distinctively when I was little, there was a time when I was having a Godzilla dream. And so I have a family room, and then my dad has like this recliner couch, and then there's like a big window that looks outside into our yard and forest and everything. And I distinctly remember I was hiding behind this recliner, and I look out the window and it's just Godzilla in the distance coming towards my house.
Oh my God, you just cracked a memory. This dream is actually written in my phone. I didn't think I'd ever share this. I had a Godzilla dream too, but it was really weird.
Really?
It was like an apocalyptic time, and I remember looking through this like metal wire fence, looking at Godzilla and like all the rubble and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this little shack with people that I don't know, but in the dream I knew them. And I went over there and I was like, hey, and they went, shh, hide your phone. Get rid of your phone because Godzilla can track your phone. I was like, what? And they said, no, like you have to take out the chip. And I was like, I don't understand what is happening. And then Godzilla noticed because I didn't take out the chip fast enough. And then I was just like in this whole like mess running around trying to get away from Godzilla. And I ended up in Japan.
I think, yeah, that too. I had another one where I was in Japan or so. I remember being on a beach and he came out of the ocean. That was another one. I literally don't know why I have Godzilla. And then I shit you not, just the other night, I was having a dream. It wasn't a nightmare necessarily, but there was like a giant tree-like garden type thing over, like almost like a sculpture or whatever, over the road that I was on and being driven through. And it was a sculpture of Godzilla. I don't know what's going on with that. It's very weird. It's always Godzilla almost.
So you don't know why? Have you tried to figure out what that means for you? Like
yeah, when I Google it, because I Googled the zombie and the Godzilla, because those are like the reoccurring nightmares, and they're like, well, those are like world-ending things. They were like, it's probably you feeling a lack of control and like you don't know where your future is gonna go or something like that. And I was like, well, I feel that all the time. So I've literally watched the movie like one time. Why is it always Godzilla? I don't understand. And the zombie ones too. I hadn't even like watched zombie content yet because I was too scared, but I would have zombie nightmares all the time. Those ones were bad.
But it's all around you. I mean, look at The Walking Dead.
True. But that was before. That was when I was little. I don't have them anymore. But when I was little, I would have zombie nightmares, and I had never watched a zombie any. The Walking Dead was on, but I refused to watch it because I was scared.
So, okay. So you said it was nightmares all the time when you were growing up, right? And then it kind of changed. Now it's just weird dreams. What was your relationship with your dreams when you were younger? Were you just scared of dreaming? How was it even growing up with your family or the people around you?
I definitely dreaded going to sleep every night because I would have nightmares every night. I would try everything. My mom had this weird technique. She's like, oh, if we spray Lysol in every corner of the room, you won't have nightmares. I had this like angel thing, and I was raised, Catholic. So I would like pray to it sometimes and be like, please don't let me have a nightmare. And then I'd still have nightmares. And it was, oh my God, it was the worst thing ever. But I was a big ball of anxiety. I don't think my family helped a lot of the time because they would make me feel bad about having my crippling anxiety. So yeah, I think it was definitely just associated with that. Everything would cause me anxiety. School, leaving the house, doing certain activities. My parents couldn't go on really any vacation. They couldn't go out at night because I would be scared to not have them at home. And I had this where I was petrified of thunderstorms. That was my biggest thing. I don't know why, but I was petrified of thunderstorms. But I never had a nightmare with a thunderstorm, So it's like, what's up with that?
That is so, this is so not going into dreams, but this thunderstorm thing, that's been coming up for me a lot, not even just in dreams, but I don't know. Do you remember that movie? It was like 2015. It was like Adeline or something, and the girl got struck by lightning and lived.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you do?
Yeah, I do. I watched it. The Age of Adeline or something is what it's called.
Yeah. I don't know why that just came to my mind, but yeah, just that living lightning, it can be scary, right? No.
Yeah. But it wasn't even the lightning. I was scared of the thunder. I think it's the tism. I don't like loud noises. So yeah, it was wild.
Also that Lysol thing, I've never heard that before.
I know, right? It was so weird. Or it would like be like, I think normally she learned it as just like water sprayed, but my mom just used Lysol. I don't know. It was a really weird thing.
But it didn't help.
No, it very much did not help.
I would love for you to share a full dream, either if it was recent, it could be a nightmare, it could be one of the weird ones. Like, just share one.
Sure. Oh my God. I remember a dream that I had, and I still remember it to this day because it scarred me with how much it scared me. Again, another nightmare. But I was trapped in sleeping and dreaming. I was having one nightmare where I'm running down a hallway from probably zombies. I don't remember. And I remember there being dead corpses and whatever on both sides. And I'm running down the end of this hallway to a bright light, assuming that's probably the way out or something like that. But I never reached the light. And then so I would like do this thing where I'd shut my eyes really hard and I'd open them. And then I'd end up in another dream. But usually if I do that, I would wake up. Or if I yell, I wake up. But so I tried that, and instead I woke up in another dream, but I was in my room. The other dream was literally my room to a T. It was morning if I were to have woken up. But I knew something was off. I was laying in my bed and I was like, okay, I'm in my room, but this is wrong. And then my room just started melting and it was getting dark. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this is wrong. And so I tried the thing again where I shut my eyes and I try and wake myself up. And then when I did that, I ended up back in the other dream again where I'm running down the hallway and I'm trying to get to the light. And so I just kind of kept bouncing back and forth between these two weird dreams. And then it's so weird. It was a fairy or the tooth fairy or something that flew down and was like, would you like to wake up? And I was like, yes. And it was like, okay. And then after that, I don't remember. I think I woke up, but after that, I don't remember anything. But yeah, I was stuck in between these dreams for a good amount of time. And it was scaring the shit out of me because I couldn't wake up. I couldn't get out of my dream the way I normally can.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What do you think that tooth fairy was?
I have no idea. Maybe I was losing a tooth then and I just happened to think of the tooth fairy, or she was the most random part of the whole thing.
Maybe one of your guides, one of the spirits just popped in your dream or like, you know what? You're going through a lot.
Yeah.
Let's break this for a sec.
For sure. That did help. So,
do you think the like zombies and like the hallway and just falling into different dreams is maybe like an embodiment of your anxiety at the time, or how it feels to go back and forth between not being anxious again, thinking you're fine, and then like just going through that cycle?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was just me trying to fight the it was so mean. I feel like my brain was being really mean to me, and she was, look, you did it, you beat it. And then I was like, actually, never mind. You can never escape your anxiety. So,
well, the fairy helped you, right? So that was
yeah, the fairy did.
In your mind, maybe your brain was saying, "Hey, Kodi, you got this."
Yeah, you got this. Good. You got this.
Summon the fairies.
I also watched a lot of those Tinkerbell movies. I freaking love those.
Oh my god, you remember the game online?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Of course.
I played the heck. I actually got a virus on my mom's computer.
I'm dead.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I love that. Oh my god.
Did the fairy look like that? Did the fairy look like Tinkerbell? Or
no, I think I remember her looking like fairy godmother type lady type.
Cinderella kind of.
Shrek fairy godmother, actually.
Oh, so like sassy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I watched Shrek and that's why she was there.
I love Shrek. Who doesn't love Shrek?
Yeah. My brain's very good at taking the content that I watched that day and then put it in my dreams.
This is what Sarah was saying about falling asleep listening to something. That has rarely happened to me. I would say sometimes, not even when I watch something, they'll just appear like years later, but it won't be like I'm watching a video, I fall asleep, and then all of a sudden Jimmy Fallon's in my dream.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. I could be like watching Rhett and Link and I'll fall asleep and Rhett and Link will be in my dream at some point.
Last night, dude, I kind of had that false awakening, but it wasn't scary. Actually was asleep in the dream and I had a dream, and it was this person giving me this ticket. Like it had 3 feathers on it, and I guess it was like a scratcher or something. It didn't look like a scratcher, a lotto ticket, or anything like that. It looked like a card, actually. And then it said like pay $36 for it. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna keep the cute little feathers. I just ignored that. And then they were like, no, you need to return this and pay this so that you could possibly win a fortune. And I was like, no, I'm good. I just want the feathers. And then they were so upset about that. They were like, no, like you have to pay the 36 so that we can win. And I was like, I already won the feathers. Like,
I'm dead.
And then I woke up and I was in the dream and I told these people, it was like 2 random ass people. It was a girl and a guy. And I was like, no, I was telling the guy, I was like, no, I just had this dream and I had a dream about this card with these feathers. And then the girl that was sitting there was like, I have that exact same dream. I was like, oh my God, wait, we just had the same dream. I was like, that's insane. And I was like, this is insane. I was like, I have not had like a shared dream yet. I was like, this is so cool. I had a shared dream. And then we're like talking about this, and then I woke up to like waking life right now. And oh, so I didn't have a shared dream. I had a shared dream with someone in my dream. And I have no idea who they are.
We love that. Oh my God, there's so many people in my dreams where I'm like in love with them, or they're my best friend, or something like that. And I'm like, who was that person? Like, I'm like, but apparently, your brain takes in everyone you see ever.
No. Okay, wait. Sometimes I believe that. I've heard that about like your brain, like making these faces, combining them and like going through. I think, yeah, sometimes, but I think
Yeah.
it is like different feelings, and it could actually be someone you have yet to see, not just someone you ran through on the street and like you're.
Ooh.
I do think, and I think that it may be rare, but
Yeah.
like you can see someone that actually exists that is like across the world or something. I
Interesting.
do believe
Yeah.
that.
That made me think of like when dreams make you really happy and excited and you think something amazing happened and then you wake up and you're like, shit, that didn't happen.
Yeah, and then you get confused. You're like, what?
Yeah, I have so many dreams where I like meet the celebrities that I've always wanted to meet and or like do something that I've always wanted to do and it feels so real and I'm so excited and there's so much dopamine. And then I'm like, "Wait, but I'm in a dream. This isn't going to be real." And then the person's like, "Yes, it is." Da, 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 da. And
So
then
you
I
know you're
wake up.
dreaming. You say that in the dream.
Oh yeah, I'm aware a lot more now than I was, except for when I was little. But now I'm fully aware when I'm dreaming.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So can you can feel everything in that dream? You just said the dopamine and everything. Can you actually physically touch something in the dream and it feels like that thing?
Oh yeah, I can. I mean, I'm way better at what is it? Is it lucid dreaming, where I
Yeah.
can like control what I do in my dreams? I'm way better at that now. So when I'm doing the thing that I really want to do, I can feel it within at least a lot of the times in certain dreams I really want to fly. So I can make myself fly. And I know when I'm flying that it's awesome and I feel
Mhm.
great. Or I don't know why, but I have quite a few dreams where I think it's because it's like someone that I really want to fight, but I can't because they're like a coworker or something like that. But I have so many dreams where I just kick somebody's ass. It feels so good. And I know that I'm dreaming because I know I can't do this.
Wow,
So
I have so many questions to follow this up. Okay, wait.
yeah.
First, I have actually read about this and heard about this. You know, you can practice things in your dreams and actually end up knowing them in waking life too.
No way.
People practice that, yeah, while they lucid dream. Like you can go practice the piano in your dream. You use that time to your benefit, and then you can actually learn it, wake up, and play the piano over a period of time. Obviously, just if you were awake the whole time. So
Okay.
go in your dream, and if you're conscious in your dream, you could do math or like you could make theories, or you could use that time and summon some kind of teacher that you want, and then wake up and apply that to like your waking life.
Well, I didn't know
Maybe you
that.
can build like a hoverboard or something in your dream and
Yeah,
then make the
I should do
blueprints in
that.
real life.
I should do that for
That
sure.
actually is a thing. Like there is one lady I was listening to, she has like a PhD in real life for dreams and lucid dreaming and dream interpretation. She was one of the first ones, but she would go in her dreams and study.
Wow.
Yeah. And then people thought she was crazy, but yeah, she'd go in her dreams and study and then apply that. So when she was awake.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Try that. I always just try and do silly things.
If you next time you go in like that, you I don't know, something you
I'll
go
just summon a piano. I'll be like, I want a piano. And
imagine.
I think that's like the one limit that I have though, is I'm in whatever I'm in the dream, right? And then I can't necessarily be like, I summon this thing or I want to be here instead type thing. I can't really control that, but I can definitely control what I do. Yeah. So that's typically which is always fun. I definitely could do it a lot more than
Maybe you should practice with that. Maybe you should see if how you could start developing that to summon things. That'd be pretty
like
cool.
summoning things. That's a good point. I should try that when I
Also, have you tried to lucid dream or did it just randomly start happening?
yeah, I never like I try? I mean, maybe I've tried. I don't really I don't think I've ever specifically tried to have a certain dream or anything like that. I think it's really just I dream and then I happen to remember that I'm in a dream and then I start like doing the lucid dreaming type stuff like with wherever I am or whatever I'm doing.
Hmm.
I kind of tried it. Yeah, maybe a little bit because it's been getting warmer and my family goes to the lake in the summer. So I know that I really missed a lake and I want to go to the lake. And I've had a lot of dreams where I'm at the lake. Maybe I am kind of subconsciously doing it. I didn't know that I was doing it. And then I end up at the lake where I want to be. So That's nice.
How often does the lucid dreams happen? You said you recognize you're in dreams more, but like
Yeah, if I were to put it in weeks, maybe 4 times, 5 times a week, something like that.
oh,
Yeah, there's always like a night or two where I don't remember that, or I don't feel like I know that I feel like I always know that I'm dreaming, but I don't always control what I'm doing. I don't always start flying or doing whatever. I'm just kind of in the dream, but I am fully aware that I'm dreaming.
what are your thoughts on dreams? Just like, do they have meaning?
Dreams are crazy, man. I always think that they're saying something. They're always saying something because it's your subconscious, it's your inner everything. And I think when you're having, as possibly random as they could be, I think they're always telling you something, no matter
I
what.
love that. Thank you. Fine. I've had everybody that's come on so far has really given me that push, which I love. But it's like, guys, no, they all mean stuff.
No, I do. I think they always are trying to tell me something, as random as it can be. I think they're trying to tell me something. Whether
Thank
it's
you.
like,
So refreshing to finally find someone.
How do you not? You just think they're like the people that just think they're random shit. I'm like, dude, even if it's weird, such as having a Godzilla in my dream all the time, it's like I obviously think like an underlying thought that I always have, that I think my world's gonna end at any minute or something like that, you know?
It's how much you want to put into it to figure it out, because clearly, their dreams talk differently than in waking life. Waking life's so literal, or
yeah,
you can't walk through a wall, but in your dream, it's different.
What does that mean?
Wow, yeah, that's so sick. Oh my god, thank you. Okay, so all right, going off of that, so you think that they have meaning. Okay, do you think that, let's get into like the spooky, or the what is the word I'm looking for, just like ghosts and all that stuff? Do you believe in that stuff? Do you
Oh yeah,
they can come into your dreams too, like visitation dreams?
ooh,
Yeah.
spicy. I don't know about that. I have like a weird philosophy on like spirits and stuff. I think that there can be like the energies of our past loved ones. I do think that they come and hang. I don't think they're always here. I know sometimes people think that they're always with them. I don't think they're always here, but I do think that they'll find their times to show up and be like, hey, go, hey.
Yeah.
But, or like when I'm thinking about them very distinctively, because it'll be like a random thing, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just thinking about my grandpa now. Then I think that he's probably there, because I was like, why? I'm literally watching TV, nothing to do, and he just comes into my brain. Like, oh, he's probably saying hi right now. Or, if they move stuff and whatever. Yeah, I definitely think that spirits are a thing. I don't know the intricacies, but I do think that they're like around, at least for a little while, maybe recently after they pass, and then maybe they move on. And then in dreams, I don't know about dreams. I never really thought about that. Yeah.
I agree with you on everything you've just said. Yeah, I don't think that they're always there. I do get the belief that you want them to always be there. And I think in a way they're protecting you, right? They're your ancestors and all that stuff. They will be there. They will help you. But they're not just sitting there watching you. They have a million other things, I'd assume.
Yeah.
And also, I believe in reincarnation too. So there comes a point when they eventually pass over, whether it's like lifetimes after, or like maybe their callings immediately after. That just gets tricky, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I just had to throw that in there. But as you were saying, in dreams?
Yeah, I don't know, but I never really thought about if they were possibly visiting me in dreams or whatnot. I don't have any distinct memories of dreaming about a past loved one.
I believe in it. If you would have asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said, no, not for myself, but I do believe it for other people. I have, though, and this is actually going in my book. I'm going to like fast forward to the snippet where it did happen, is that I wasn't even super close to this aunt. She's close to my grandma, but she passed, and it was pretty sad. I was out here. They're all out in California, and I had heard about it, and it wasn't right after either. I wasn't I wouldn't say that I was like constantly thinking about it either. I felt bad. I said, oh no, I wish like I could have seen her, but
Yeah.
no, other family members have died before in the past too, and like pretty much I would say same relationship too. And this one though, I was in the middle of a dream and I was walking. It was such a strange dream too. I was walking through this like ominous cave and there was water and butterflies, black ink butterflies coming from beneath the water and a tunnel of light, like a beam of light coming down. And then all of a sudden I got interrupted from this dream and my aunt was there. And it was so weird because I've never dreamed of her ever, ever. She's never been in any one of my dreams. Not even when I was little, when I used to see her all the time sometimes. Like, no, I never dreamed of her. She showed up and it felt different. Like, it felt like it broke like a wall or something. And she said, Angelina, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. You're on a good path and let your grandma know that I'm okay.
Aw.
And I was like, Thea? And she was like, yeah, she's like, just let her know that I'm doing okay and that you're doing okay.
Whoa.
Like, okay. And then it was just gone, just quick like that. And then I was back into the cave and continuing this dream. And I was like, what the fuck? I woke up and I was like, that felt different. When I woke up, I felt hot and actually like hot. And we always have the AC on. It's always 60 degrees in my apartment. I was like, what the heck? And I told David, I was like, David, I had a weird dream. And then I was like, I think I need to call my grandma and just let her know. And so I told my mom and my grandma, and they were just like, what? And I was just like, I don't know. I believe in it. But yeah, I think she visited my dream. I'm pretty sure that that was her. I've never dreamed of Caroline before. And I don't know. There was a message for you, Grandma.
That's so crazy.
And I guess my grandma was going through it pretty hard too. But yeah, no, that was just so weird, especially that it was that aunt out of all of family. I don't know. It was just so weird.
Oh, yeah.
My uncle just died too. My grandma, so that's my grandma's cousin. My grandma's brother died recently too. No dream of him. And like, I would say that I would think that maybe he'd visit me, right? No dream of him. And no dream of my other uncle who died. Like, it's just so weird that it was that and it felt different.
It is weird. Yeah. Wow. That's wild. Yeah, I can't recall ever having anything like that, but that's cool and crazy. I mean, wow. Just wow.
Yeah, so I believe in it. I mean, that one was just super short, and I've heard stories from people where it's super long and it's, oh, they showed me this, or those people that channel spirits on the other side, mediums.
Yeah.
But no, it was just so quick and just like pretty, just like, oh, you're doing good.
Wow.
I'm doing good. There you go.
Wow. I mean, cute.
Yeah. Like, why couldn't you have come and told me what it looks like on the other side?
You're like, girl, give me details.
Yeah, where are you at? How did you do this? And then I don't know, never dreamed of her again after that. It's been a couple of years now. Yeah, she was just there once for a couple seconds and then was gone. Poof, with the wind.
Your aunt, she had some powers right there. Your aunt is mystic.
And you know what? She believed in spirits too, which is crazy because talking to my grandma and stuff after, my Thea also believed in spirits and has said that she saw spirits while she was alive, so it's just weird that she was the one that came to my dreams.
I mean, maybe that was part of it. Because, like, I know a lot of my family members that have passed, they don't believe in that sort of thing. Or they don't think that there's any spirits here on Earth. Like, they would believe, you go to heaven and done. But, like, if you're someone who does believe in that sort of thing, that's how she did sort of channel that power to.
I've been talking about this so much, and I just said this in the last episode I just put, but it's just like, we really form our own reality. And I think people don't realize that what we believe is so much power. I don't think any one person is super wrong for something they believe that's not hurting others or themselves. It's you are forming that reality. That is your truth. There is so much power by you saying, I believe that. And I think something weird happened with that. But
yeah.
I want to get back to you. I want to hear, so you said about zombies and you said about Godzilla. Are there any other dream symbols that you've noticed or just like weird symbols that have come up that you're like, what the heck?
Yes. Well, there's another, I don't know, not a necessary symbol, but there's a dream that I do have a lot, and it comes up every millennia or something. I don't know why I keep having it, because it's like very specific, and it's like I get the emotion that behind it, but it still feels like, what does this dream mean? They're always different. So I always have dreams where we are moving out of my childhood home.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's my parents sell it, whether it's we're just moving. I think there was one time where it like just burned or disappeared or something like that. And I have so many different dreams. I think it's mostly moving, where we move out of my childhood home and we move to this new home. And the majority of the time, the new home is like this gorgeous place, like whether it's on a beach or it's just a really nice house, or like in my whole family, like everyone loves it and they're so into it. And it's so great. It's got this and this, and we love our new home. It's this and that. But I'm always so sad and so mad. I always hate that we moved out of my childhood home. I never like it, no matter what the house is, no matter where we are. And I just always try and stop them from doing it. And I can never successfully stop them. I always end up in the new home. And I just hate it. I just remember always hating it and never being okay with it. And it's a weird reoccurring theme that I keep having, where it's not exactly the same dream, but it's always the same thing of, we are moving out of my childhood home. I hate it. I try to stop them. I'm unsuccessful. And then we're in this new home. I hate it.
I'm getting so much from this. Okay. So please do not go easy on me. Be like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And then I will ask follow-up questions to try to figure this out, because right away from the stream, you said childhood home, which did you, or do you, not necessarily, fear is not the word, but kind of like, not even dread, just not want to grow up, or like kind of have like a longing for.
Yeah. I'd say so. I definitely, I'm accepting of it and okay with it. But I know that there's many people that don't want. Yeah, I definitely don't want to grow up and have to be dealing with these adult things and everything. And I think it's also just like, I love my childhood home as much as there's been maybe bad like memories or whatever. I feel like it's sort of also my safe haven in a sense. Even being here, whenever I go home, it's just nice to just like, not even the people, no offense to my family, but like just being in that home is
the
a
comfort, the familiarity of it.
I know every nook and cranny of that house, so it's like, maybe it's cause I know every nook and cranny of the house. That
I got that right away. I just have that feeling when it's that, especially you just being so angry about it. It's like, you can't stop it. They already got this new home in your dream, which you're going to keep growing up. Like you can't pause that, right?
Yeah.
So it just sounds like this longing for the past, and it sounds like your mind is just having this conflict of, but I want to keep going back there. I want to stay there. I want to be there a little bit longer.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Did that make a little more sense?
Yeah. That's a very good
So next time you have that dream, be like, what part of the past am I longing for? It could also be certain aspects at times, because if it pops up randomly or reoccurring, it could be at certain points, maybe you feel a little low at those times. Maybe you're having like a little rough patch with how much things are getting thrown your way, or how much you have to handle at that time. It could be that longing for that during those times.
Yeah.
So with that, since that made sense, to help you overcome that, or help you deal with that a little bit better, I would say when you have those dreams, be like, okay, I hear you, and I am going to take it easy this day, or I'm going to do something that I would have loved to do when I was younger. You love acting, right? Maybe it's like, I'll go into that world and do a little bit more acting, because that makes me happy. That makes me connect to my imagination and the child aspects of myself. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Did I have a breakthrough or what?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good, I will definitely try that the next time I have that dream, because I'm sure I'll have it again.
Yeah, and let me know what happens. Let me know if maybe you'll start having new dreams after that. Maybe your mind will be like, yes, finally, Kodi.
It'll be like, no more moving out of your home. No, that's a very good, and that's crazy that makes a lot of sense. I really love my childhood home. I was like, she's really pretty. I just really don't want her to go anywhere. Just like the natural of not wanting to let go, but you saying like that symbolism behind it of not wanting to let go of childhood and past and those easy good times. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Where you just have the sunshine on your face or just wake up super late and then you just have breakfast then and chill, watch cartoons.
Exactly.
I'm so happy I could help you on that.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh, are there any other places, since you said your childhood home, are there any reoccurring places? Have you ever gone to places that you don't know that feel familiar?
I definitely have repeat dreams where I'm like, yep, I've been here before. Great, we're going to do this again. Oh, I do have a lot of nightmare dreams. It's always a similar thing of I'm on this lake, I'm on this boat, and there's either alligators or sharks in the water. It does kind of resemble the lake that I also love. So it's funny when it's a nightmare version of it. Yeah, that's definitely a one that I have a lot where I'm like, yep, here we go again. We're on the lake and there's bad things in the lake. Or it's a good dream and I'm on a lake a lot, whether it's a good dream or a bad dream.
But it's always like the same lake or like different lake?
It seems like it's always the same lake. It's not too much detail, so it's kind of hard to tell, but it's always just the similars of this is that area, this is that area, but it's, it's a body of water and there's trees everywhere. And then sometimes there's this cove that I go into that I recognize. And then, but it's just a lot of lake and then the same sort of stuff with whether it's alligators and sharks or whether I'm just hanging out.
There is multiple routes I could go for this, but I need to know, were there any bad memories at the lake? Like, even though it's a good place, were there any like bad times or arguments or?
No, for sure. There was a time, so I have majority great times at the lake, but there was a time when I was little, back when I was still petrified of storms, where I tried to tell my parents, we need to wait for the storm to pass, but my father was convinced that he was going to beat it, and we were stuck in literally the middle of the lake, in the middle of this fucking warring thunderstorm. And the boat was spinning around. My dad could not control what way it was going. We could not, the roof almost blew off the boat. There's like a little, like a hook on, like fabric, whatever thing. And I'm freaking out. My friend's freaking out. We can't see anything because it was pouring and the clouds were like on the lake. So you couldn't see a thing. And that was not a good time.
Do the alligators and sharks and stuff attack you? Or do you get the sense that they are going to attack you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not. Sometimes the alligators are just chilling in the water. I might fall in or something and I need to quickly get out. Or the sharks definitely they attack the boat and shit. But sometimes the alligators are just in the water. And if I fall in, I need to get out really quick so they don't eat me.
So it's interesting that it's both sharks and alligators because both are strength. They're strong and can devour you, right?
Yeah.
And also they're super mysterious, right? You don't know sharks coming till you see the fin. And a crocodile, what do? They go under the water and then pop up and they all...
Yeah, they're always chilling under the water. And sometimes if the sun shines, you can see, in my dream, I can see them laying in the sand under the water. But then other than that, then it's pitch black water. So you don't know.
Yeah, that really I feel like it's more a specific aspect. It is definitely feeling that bad, possibly sneaking up on you, just like they would sneak up on you, hidden under the clouds, these bad things happening in good moments. You're not allowing yourself to take these good moments in your life and always assuming or waiting for something to happen.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I always feel like I can't have a good moment for too long. Something's going to ruin it. So
especially with it being the lake that you really want to go to and that you love. It's a place that makes you happy, right?
Yep.
It's depriving yourself of that happy or feeling that outside forces are going to take it from you.
Yeah, I'm always like, I feel like it's another thing of this place does make me so happy and brings me so much joy and dopamine and whatnot that I'm so scared of it getting taken away from me.
Yeah. Do you find yourself dreaming that at certain points? Not even just wanting to go to the lake, but maybe you're going to go hang out with a friend. Does it happen at specific time?
It feels like it's random, except for lately because I have been thinking about the lake a lot. Not that I haven't had a nightmare about it lately. It's mostly been good things. So, but other times, it does seem to me pretty random. I don't remember having any sort of need or anything that happens that would make it come up, you know?
Mm-hmm. What I really want you to do when that happens next time, I want you to kind of reflect or see what you're going through at that time to see if it correlates to anything that's going on while you're awake. Any situations that you're going through, maybe like your mentality at the time, maybe it's a little more down at that time, and just try to notice that and try to journal that too so you can see if it's popping up like actually because of something. That's a lot to think about. I've heard people dream about sharks a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I have a lot, even if it's not even at the lake. I have a lot of pool shark dreams too.
Pool sharks.
Yeah, pool sharks.
What happens in those dreams? You're just swimming in a pool and then they pop up, or
I'm underwater and it eats me. It's coming at me.
do you wake up from that when they get you, or do you still continue in the dream after they get you?
Sometimes I wake up when I'm eating. Sometimes I keep going, and it'll just put me in a different spot, and we'll keep going. It's really weird, but sometimes I do wake up after I'm eaten. I've been eaten a few times in dreams.
Do you have anything you want to ask me, or any other dreams that you want to share to end off on this?
Yes, I'm always curious. Have you ever been shot in your dream?
Have I ever been shot in my dream? I have been shot at actually a couple times. There's a dream that I've had when I was super young too. This man, this huge like lumberjack man barged into my room and was shooting at me, and I was like jumping over the bed doing like this like whole like kind of like a breakdance thing. Like dodging the shots.
Oh my goodness.
I jumped through the window and escaped.
Wow.
And I remember that one sticking with me for so long. I was like, what the heck? And then there was one that I had semi recently, like within the last year, this one was so trippy. I was walking across the street. It was dark out. It was pretty dim. And it was just this like random road that seemed to go on forever. I don't know. It felt familiar, but I've never been there. And it was like these weird, like kind of desert like plants around. Across the street to the left down the road was like a whole like art place, art shack kind of thing.
Okay.
That I was going that way to go over there to go like perform something. And this car drives up from the right. And I see the headlights and they pull out a gun, and I swear this felt like it was like slow motion. Like they pulled out the gun, I noticed it, and I like tucked and rolled across the street, and they tried to shoot at me. I like went past this stop sign that was there all of a sudden, and I like rolled past that, and I yelled out, "You're not gonna get me." And then it was a man that was in the seat too, and like stared at me and tried to shoot again. And I was like, "I'm too fast for you."
Wow.
And I, like rolled and like started running. I started sprinting and like
ninja.
made my way to the art shack, and then did my performance. It was just like such like a little like, I don't know. It was such a strange dream. You've
never been like hit by the bullet.
No, I've always dodged the bullet.
Interesting. I have
been in a car crash.
Ooh, car ones are wild. I get a lot of car dreams where I'm in the back seat and I'm not driving the car. Something else.
You said that you've been shot in your dream though?
Oh yeah, many times. And I've been like literally hit by the bullet. Like,
and you felt it?
Yeah, it was weird. It was like, and sometimes that was it. That was the end of the dream. But sometimes I'd get hit and the dream would just keep going. It would almost feel in the dream, so weird. In the dream, when I get hit by the bullet, it would almost feel like essentially just someone punching me in the gut, like really hard. Like if I just got literally like hit versus shot. But yeah, I remember one dream where I was like in the woods near my home, and someone in the woods shot a gun, shot me, hit me, and it felt like someone had just it hit like my lower left side, like my stomach area on my left side, and it felt as if, you know, someone would have just punched me in the gut. And I was just kind of like, oh, and I like gave it a moment, and I was like, I'm not dead. Okay. And then I just kept going on with whatever I was doing in the dream.
My God. I don't know if you heard the one that I had with David, but he had a dream where he was shot in the head.
Oh, in the head. I don't think I've ever been shot in the head.
And he woke up and was in tears. Like he explained this whole, it was the third episode, the first guest. And yeah, he shared that dream because I remember that he was literally in tears and his ear was ringing when he woke up, and he does not remember his dreams. Like rarely. Like I always ask him, did you dream? Did you dream? And he can't remember them. It's like
my dad can't either.
And so this one, he woke up and he was like, he cited it like a movie. Every single detail. And he was like, I felt it. I've never felt that pain. And he was crying. He was like, I feel like I died. And he had a reel of life flash like in front of his eyes of his entire real life in the real world. And he felt like he actually like died. Yeah. And it was just crazy because he doesn't dream like that. But yeah, no, I have not personally been shot in my dreams, but the car crash one, I can share that one. That one, I felt everything. I felt I was in an actual car crash, which I thankfully, knock on wood, have not been in a car crash.
Yeah.
I was in the car. My mom was driving, and we were just going somewhere. There was a whole bunch of trees around. It was the woods. Well, not woods. It was like, I don't know, maybe like a national park. Think of that, okay?
Yeah.
Trees around. There was a nice path. It wasn't spooky. She was driving. We almost ran into a tree, so we kind of swerved out of the way. And there's another one. It looked like birch trees. And there was another one, and we tried to swerve out of the way, but we lost control of the car. And right before that, I had just sent a text to David. I said, I love you. I'll see you soon. And then she swerved, like right as I pressed send, she swerved. My heart dropped for a sec, and I already knew like, uh-oh. And I clenched my eyes as tight as I could, so I couldn't see anything. It was pitch black. I felt myself squeezing my eyes so hard, and I was like clenching my hands, and I felt the car tumble, and it felt all the air in my body get suctioned out of me, like if someone knocked the wind out of me. And I heard the glass break, and I felt it like shatter and fall onto me. I felt like this like cold wetness, like heat going from my head, and I felt a liquid drip down my face. And I was like, just keep your eyes closed. And I couldn't say anything, and I couldn't move. And yeah, I remember like I lost full control, and I was like, don't open your eyes. And then stuff started getting muffled, and I could hear like ambulance noises coming from like my right ear, but I just remember like it fading out, and then it faded out till I couldn't hear anything, and then I woke up.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's wild.
And I felt all of that. Like I felt the glass break. I heard it break. I felt it. I felt the stuff on my face. Like I felt it dripping, which I assume is blood. But in the air, the wind getting knocked out of me. Like when I say it was like, I felt that, and I felt like I couldn't release that.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, and it felt like the car got crushed like an accordion.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then the ambulance sounded so real. And then I just woke up and I was like, what the heck? And then I was just like, I feel like I just died.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I didn't let myself see any of that. I kept my eyes closed the whole time, which I feel like if that was real, I would probably do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did you have something happen that you think would have warranted that, or?
No, that was just like, obviously, like I believe it has meaning, but no,
Yeah.
there's nothing at the time that was specific that would have brought like a specific car dream, like
Yeah.
a literal fear of cars into my
Yeah.
dream. I just really feel like it was probably like life is precious and
Yeah.
it could go at any second. I think it was more like, and it could be pretty brutal. So kind of like make the most of it that you can. I think it was something on that like route. But yeah, no, it was very real and it stuck with me because yeah, no, I felt it. I felt that and I have not been in one while awake. So yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I hope I don't ever experience that. But yeah. No, and also the text, like sending the text before that happened too, is just it blows my mind because yeah, I didn't know that was gonna happen in the dream.
Yeah.
I just said like, "Oh, I'll see you in a sec," too. That's what also makes me think like life is precious. That's the thing. Like I just said I'm gonna see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, clearly that's not what ended up happening.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Mhm.
wild. That's like a friggin' movie. That's a movie scene right there.
Right.
I'll see you in a little bit. Car crash.
And it was birch trees, which have that tree has popped up in a lot of dreams too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I did not know what a birch tree was till like around this time.
Oh.
Like specifically like the name and like the look of it. I wouldn't
Oh.
I would say at the time that that happened, I wasn't like, "Oh, that's a oak tree over there." Like
Yeah.
I would be like, "That's a tree." And I
First tree is like the one tree that I know because
yeah,
it's a white tree.
it has popped up in my dreams, especially during that time. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, I wasn't around birch trees. Like, I didn't grow
Yeah.
up with birch trees. Like, I wasn't even looking at birch trees, like, when I had these dreams. But yeah, birch trees, like, symbolize a lot of things in different cultures. It's like the underworld in some. Like, it could be birch trees burn easy. Like,
Yeah, they do.
they have
Their
the little
skin
marks.
is, yeah.
So, and sometimes they look like eyes. So like your sight, your third eye, or like there's a lot of symbolism behind that that I think went along with a lot of that stuff. And it's just interesting that my mind pulled that without even knowing that previously.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So how do you feel? How do you feel about all this?
This is cool.
It's nice
It's
to talk about
fun.
dreams, huh?
Yeah, I love talking about dreams. I think they're so wild. And it was just cool to like learn your input and like do techniques and whatnot and stuff. So like yeah, that's cool. And I like knowing if other people have similar dreams to me or not. Cause it's like weird. Like when you have it's like, even just habits and it's like, oh yeah, I have that all the time. And everyone's like, what? What do you mean? You don't?
My goal is for more people to talk about this, to have this in casual conversation. Like, what the heck did you dream? Like, what does that mean?
I love that.
That is the goal, and that's what we're shooting for. And I hope that you actually had a good time. I hope that you come back on again one day when you have like this new pile of dreams to share. I think I feel pretty good about this. Let's end off here.
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah.
Do you have anything to tell them, the listeners?
Hello. I hope you have good dreams. Experience them, think about them, talk about them. They're a good time. And if you're interested in following me on Instagram, it's Kodi_Marvel99. Kodi is spelled Kodi.
And it will be in the description below. And you can
Beautiful.
join.
And keep listening to the podcast.
Thank you. And you could join me after the break where we will do the oracle card drawing and the question of the week.
Whoop whoop.
Hey there, guys. And we've made it to almost the end of the podcast of episode 8. That is insane. And thank you for still listening to this point. So, you know already by now that this is the Oracle and Question of the Week section. So, I'm going to shuffle this deck of cards and see what the card is for the week. So, this week's Oracle card is Bird. It says freedom. And in the book it says, Your soul is longing to soar like a bird high in the sky. It sings as a caged bird, a song of freedom. You are being urged to sharpen your senses and be watchful. Spirit has been sending you messages in the form of falling feathers and ornithomancy, divining through the observation of birds, their flight patterns, cries, and behaviors. This card has flown in now and taps on your window pane. So fling the doors wide open and let fresh air circulate. You have been cooped up for quite long enough. It is time to spread your wings and go searching for adventure. Opportunity awaits as a new horizon beckons. See the world from a bird's eye view and break free from the entrapment. Escape from the chains that prevent you from speaking your truth. It is time for you to be heard, to have the freedom to make your own choices and be responsible for making decisions, never minding whether they are right or wrong. Right now, it is having the freedom to make a choice that will set you well and truly free. And it says, birds revealed. The winged ones have been showing us signs from nature, omens and messages from the gods long before history was written. In Egypt, seeing a flock of birds after someone's death was a good sign. It was believed the birds were escorting the person to their new incarnation. From supernatural to magical powers, the medicine of birds teaches us how to fly free with strength and valor. It also says, a new gateway is opening. Have courage and walk through it. You are soaring high right now. Don't let others bring you down. Sharpen your senses to the messages around you. Take steps to leave a difficult situation. Make a decision. Freedom awaits. And it says, bird speaks. In each direction, watch us fly. We send a message from the sky. Receive our feathers, hear our sound, fly through life, now freedom's found. That is incredibly cute. Also, by the way, I love birds so much. I one day hope to have 2 parrots. Not just 1, but 2. And David's on board for that, so I can't wait for the day that I actually get a parrot. But, let's jump right into the question of the week. And let's see. Why aren't you talking about your dreams? No, really, why are you not talking about your dreams? Also, if you have a dream, why don't you come share it on the podcast? You know that you don't have to necessarily come on to the podcast and come and talk, by the way. Yes, so far, the guests that have come on have actually come on and have actually talked. But I'm trying to make this flexible. I'm trying to work with you guys. You can always send a question in anonymously on the email and just let me know, and I just won't mention your name. I'll just go through it. I might have to message you back and forth asking for more details, but yeah, that's how you can be part of this podcast. Or if you know anybody who has dreams, who wants to talk about them, send them my way, please and thank you. All are welcome, please. And yeah, also, when I start vending, you'll, in person, be able, if you're around the area, be able to leave slips of questions that I can randomly draw on this podcast, or you can leave little short dreams. But of course, since they're anonymous, then I can't really message back and forth. So we'll just have to go point blank with what we got right there. And yeah, just basically, why are you guys not talking about your dreams? That's the question of this week. Yeah, I feel happy with that. I hope that you are getting some kind of something from this podcast. I hope that it's helping you in some way connect to your dreams, imagination, intuition. I hope it's making you think about more, wonder more, or maybe it's just helping you get through the day. I hope that it's doing something for you. And I mean, if you've made it this far, I'm very, very thankful. And I can't wait to see the future episodes that come out and meet some of you wonderful listeners who want to share your dreams. So yeah, that's today. Thank you guys. If you found this episode or my previous ones insightful, chances are someone else you know will think so too. It'd be incredibly helpful and lovely if you shared this with them so that they can find something that possibly resonates with them too. To hear more, please subscribe to my channel. To stay updated in between episodes or to contact me for episode ideas and feedback, please go to my website, angelinayoung.com, or follow my Instagram, which will be down below. I'm always excited and open to hearing how and what you've dreamed of. So please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you, my beautiful dreamers. This was Angelina Young on Journey Through the Dreamscape. Tune in next week for episode 9. Until then, see ya!